In this lesson, we look at materials and maps, which help determine the appearance of objects in your 3D scene. The objects in this scene are the wrong color and don't have realistic surface details. In real life, an object's appearance, such as color and shininess, depends on how it reflects light or how light shines through it. In 3ds Max, you use materials to simulate effects including color, reflectivity, transparency, details, and so on. You can create materials in the Slate Material Editor, which you open by clicking its icon in the toolbar, or by pressing M on the keyboard. If necessary, you can resize the Slate Material Editor to see all three columns. You can also minimize it while you work to see changes in the viewport. Then restore it when you need it again. You can choose material and map types or ready-made materials from the Material Map Browser panel. The View panel is where materials and maps appear as nodes that you can connect or wire together. And you can edit the material and map controls in the Parameter Editor. The interface and available options can change depending on which rendering engine is selected. To navigate in the view, scroll the mouse wheel to zoom out and hold it down to pan. There are many materials, but this lesson will focus solely on the physical material. Physical materials were designed to simulate real-world materials and can achieve greater realism with less effort than other materials. Physical materials come with a collection of preset templates that can assist you in creating your final looks. The list includes simple materials like glossy plastic and more complex materials like red sports car paint. Let's start by creating materials for the train station seats in the platform area. Open the Named Selection Set drop-down list on the main toolbar and choose the Seats selection set. Right-click in the viewport to display the quad menu and choose Isolate Selection. Now only the seats display in the viewport, and you're ready to begin creating materials for these objects without the clutter in the scene. In the Slate Material Map Browser, expand Materials, and under the General section, drag the physical material from the browser and drop it into the active view. Double-click the physical material node to display its parameters in the Parameter Editor. In the Material Name field, enter Seat Top Orange as the material name. It's a good habit to name materials as soon as you create them to make them easier to find in a complex scene. Now select Assign Material to Selection to apply the material to the seats. Double-click the node's preview to get a closer look. It has chamfered corners on the sample sphere thumbnail icon, which means that the material is used in the scene and any changes you make show in the scene. For the seats material, we are going to take advantage of the preset templates. In the material parameter, go to the preset drop-down menu and choose glossy plastic. The default color is a warm white color. This color is determined by the base color in the basic parameters. As you can see in the sample sphere, there is a nice shine on the surface. This is from the reflections parameter of the material, which is set by default to 1. This means it is fully reflective, but the roughness parameter adds a bit of softness to those reflections. For the seat, we need to change the color. So select the color swatch next to base color. Choose an orange color with the values red, 0.9, green, 0.4, and blue 0.02. Then OK the dialog box. Now adjust the reflections from 1.0 to 0.6, but leave the roughness at the default. By default, the physical material has the base color and reflections together in the standard material mode. However, this template has them separated in advanced material mode. Exit isolate mode by right-clicking, and from the display section of the quad menu, choose End Isolate. Select one of the single seats and use the Zoom Extends shortcut, Z, to fit the seat into the viewport. To really see the material, you need to render it. This means we are converting 3D wireframe models into 2D images. In the main toolbar, choose the Render Production button. This brings up the render frame window and shows the seat. The big difference between the render and the viewport display is that you can see the reflections in the render. This texture is done now. The seats have a heel plate that we want to have a different color. Enter polygon mode by using the keyboard shortcut 4. Select one polygon on the heel plate, hold Shift, and select the polygon next to it, and we have the heel plate selected. Now go to the Slate Material Editor. Drag and drop the physical material into the active view. Double-click the node title to display the parameters. Rename the material Seat Bottom Gray. Then choose Glossy Plastic from the template list and change the base color to a dark gray. Change reflections amount to 0.6 and leave the roughness to 0.256. Click the Assign Material to Selection icon. Because we have a sub-object selection, the material is assigned only to what is selected. To do the other seats, you only have to select the seat and apply the Seat Top Orange material to the entire object at first. Then select the heel kick portion of the seat at the polygon sub-object level and apply Seat Bottom Gray material. You've created a basic shiny material.